Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into digital insurance customer experience trends.
Sounds pretty interesting.
It is, and we're going to be mainly using this UXDA article that we found.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that one.
Yeah, so insurance, not exactly the most, exciting thing to talk about.
Right.
But things are changing so rapidly in this industry, and honestly, it's becoming pretty fascinating.
Yeah. And you know what? This is impacting all of us, even if people don't realize it. I mean, we're talking about like a complete shift from insurance just being this reactive thing to something way more integrated into our lives.
Yeah, and so the article actually talks about this, this idea of shifting from detect and repair to like this predict and prevent.
Oh, interesting.
What does that actually mean for us?
Well, I mean, insurance companies are using all this new technology now, like AI and data analytics.
Wow.
And even things like the Internet of Things to be more proactive. Like instead of just waiting for something bad to happen.
Right.
They can actually anticipate risks and help you avoid them.
Oh, so you're saying it's like instead of fixing your car after an accident,
Right.
they're helping you prevent the accident in the first place.
Exactly.
Okay, that's a big shift.
It is.
So like, can you give me like a concrete example of that?
Sure. So imagine you're buying a Tesla and the car insurance is bundled in right then and there.
Okay.
No separate applications or anything. Or what about like your insurance premium adjusts based on your driving?
Oh, wow.
So the data from the sensors in your car is sent back to the insurance company. And safer driving means lower costs.
That's amazing. But I do see how some people might be concerned about their data being tracked like that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. As insurance companies get more data-driven, we're going to need to address privacy concerns.
For sure. For sure.
Big questions about how that data is being used.
Exactly. And the article also mentions omnichannel becoming the new normal in insurance.
Right.
What does that mean?
It's about creating a seamless experience no matter how you're interacting with the company.
Okay.
It's not enough to just have separate websites and apps and call centers.
Right.
A true omnichannel experience is you can start a claim on your phone.
Yeah.
Continue on your computer. Get updates through an app.
Oh, okay. So it's like meeting the customer wherever they are.
Yeah.
And making sure it's consistent experience.
Yeah. And it's not just about convenience. It's about building trust.
Definitely. And the article highlights a lot of these Insurtech companies like Lemonade, who are really focused on speed and simplicity.
Yeah.
And they have this thing called Policy 2.0.
Oh, yeah.
What is that? What makes it different from a regular policy?
Just think of it as a completely new take on a traditional insurance contract.
Okay.
No more jargon. It's easy to understand and completely transparent.
Interesting.
And they use technology, so the whole process is super fast and easy.
Like from getting a quote to actually filing a claim.
The whole thing.
And they're really known for their fast payouts, right?
Oh, yeah. I think they've actually paid out claims in like 3 seconds.
Wow, that's crazy. 3 seconds.
It's a whole different world from all that paperwork and waiting.
And what about this idea of embedded insurance?
Oh, yeah.
That sounds kind of futuristic.
Well, imagine like you're buying a phone online and you just add the insurance right there at checkout.
Okay.
That's embedded insurance. It's about seamlessly integrating it into things you already use.
Oh, so it's like insurance is almost invisible.
Right.
Baked into the things we already do.
Exactly.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Any other examples?
Well, like rideshare apps like Uber or Lyft, they could offer insurance that activates when you book a ride. Or imagine buying a plane ticket and the travel insurance is just included.
That would be so convenient.
It would.
It seems like technology is making insurance a lot more a part of our lives.
Absolutely. And this is only the beginning, We're going to see more and more examples of this.
I'm starting to see how insurance is really transforming, like, on a fundamental level. What else is in this article? Like, what are the other big trends?
Well, they talk about how digital tools are helping insurance companies serve small businesses.
Oh, that's interesting.
They've often been overlooked.
Why is that? And how are things changing?
Well, traditional insurance companies, they usually focus on larger companies.
Okay.
But now with technology, these new Insurtech companies are making tools specifically for smaller businesses.
Oh, so it's like more tailored solutions.
Exactly.
And I bet that's a huge new market for them.
It is. Small businesses are a vital part of the economy, and they need insurance.
Totally. And this all ties into another big theme in the article, which is this focus on customer-centric design.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
What does that mean, and why is it so important now?
Well, it means that the customer is at the center of everything an insurance company does.
Okay.
From the products they offer to the way they deliver service.
Gotcha.
It means understanding the entire customer journey, especially like when they're buying a policy or making a claim, and making those experiences intuitive and easy.
So it's about building a relationship with the customer.
It is. And, in the digital age, customers have a lot of choices.
Right.
So a positive customer experience is how companies set themselves apart.
Totally. Can you give me like a real-world example of what a good customer experience would look like?
Sure. So like imagine an app that uses simple language and it's easy to navigate.
Okay.
And it gives you personalized recommendations for the right coverage. It might even have like tips and explanations along the way.
That's amazing. I can't even imagine that because usually insurance is so complicated.
I know, right? But that's the whole point.
Yeah.
They have to make it easy and transparent if they want to stand out.
Yeah, it really feels like insurance is becoming less about just risk and more about relationships and creating a good experience.
Exactly. And that's good for everyone.
That's a great place to wrap up part 1 of our deep dive.
It is. It's really cool to see all these trends like playing out in the real world.
Yeah.
This article highlights some really interesting companies.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited to hear about them because I think it's helpful to see, like how they're actually implementing these trends.
Yeah.
And like what it actually means for us.
Well, let's start with Clark.
Okay.
They're a digital insurance broker in Germany.
Okay.
They're kind of like a personal insurance concierge.
Oh, so instead of me going to different insurance companies for different things, I go to Clark and they help me manage it all.
Exactly. And they don't even represent any one insurance company.
Oh, interesting.
They just work for you to find the best policies and providers.
Wow. That sounds really convenient.
It is.
Do they do anything else besides just finding and managing policies?
Yeah, they can actually help you file claims.
Okay.
And they give you personalized advice from insurance professionals.
Oh, so it's like having a personal insurance expert.
Right.
But without the big fees.
Exactly.
I can see how that would be really valuable for a lot of people.
Now, how about Lemonade?
Oh, yeah, Lemonade.
They've been getting a lot of attention lately.
Yeah, we talked about Policy 2.0 and their crazy fast claims.
Right.
But what else makes them different from traditional insurance companies?
Well, they're all about simplicity and transparency and speed.
Okay.
They've gotten rid of all that complicated jargon that insurance is known for.
Yeah.
So it's just easy to understand.
And I've heard that they're using like AI and chatbots to make things easier.
Oh, yeah.
So how does that work?
Well, basically, like from getting a quote to filing a claim, you just use their app or website.
Okay.
And like a lot of it is automated with AI and chatbots.
Wow.
It's super fast and you can do it 24/7.
That's amazing.
And they're not just doing renters and homeowners insurance anymore.
Oh, really?
They've actually moved into car insurance too.
Wow.
And it's based on your driving habits.
So like safer drivers pay less.
Exactly.
It's pretty cool.
And they're even partnering with mortgage companies. So you can get your insurance when you buy a house.
Oh.
So you can just take care of it all at once.
That's really smart.
It definitely makes things easier.
Lemonade is really like changing the game.
They are. And they're not alone. So Sure is another company that's doing interesting stuff.
Okay.
They're trying to make insurance social.
Social insurance. I've never heard of that.
Well, they offer phone and home contents insurance.
Okay.
But they have this really cool payback feature.
Okay, what's that?
Well, if you and your friends don't file any claims, you can get money back on your premiums.
Oh, so it's like a reward for being responsible.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty cool.
It creates this community around insurance.
Oh, I can see how that would appeal to like younger people.
Right.
They love sharing and collaborating.
Yeah. And they also use some neat technology like AI to recognize objects.
Oh, okay.
So you can just take a picture of your stuff and they give you an estimate.
That is amazing.
And no more filling out forms
Right.
or trying to remember where you bought something.
That is awesome.
Now, for those of us who might be a little more prone to accidents, the Luco, they focus on home insurance. But with the twist.
Oh, here's the twist.
They don't just offer coverage. They also offer prevention and repair services.
Oh, wow. That's different.
So they'll do damage assessments over video calls.
Okay.
And even connect you with contractors for repairs.
So they're not just waiting for something to go wrong. They're trying to help you prevent it.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
And to encourage prevention, they actually partner with smart home device companies.
Okay.
So like if you have a security system, they'll give you a discount.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
It does. It aligns their incentives with yours.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
Exactly. Now, speaking of prevention, there's also Beam Dental.
Oh, okay. Beam Dental.
They're kind of doing the same thing, but for dental insurance.
Okay. I'm intrigued. How are they promoting prevention?
Well, they actually give you an electric toothbrush
Oh, wow.
that connects to an app
Okay.
to track your brushing habits.
Oh, so it's like instead of just paying for dental work.
They're rewarding you for taking care of your teeth.
Exactly. And if you brush well, you can get discounts on your insurance.
That's amazing. It's like gamifying dental care.
It is. It makes it more fun.
Yeah.
And they also make it really easy to find dentists through their app so you can get care when you need it.
So they're trying to make the whole experience better.
They are, and they're having a lot of success with it.
That's great to hear. Now, this next one sounds really interesting.
Okay.
Vitality is this company that's linking insurance to personal well-being.
Yeah, it's a cool concept. They're going beyond just financial protection and actually encouraging their members to be healthier.
Wow. So it's not just about risk. It's about promoting a healthy lifestyle.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
They have members track their fitness and their nutrition, and they encourage them to get preventative screenings.
Oh, wow.
And the healthier you are, the more rewards and discounts you get.
Oh, wow. So the healthier you are, the less you pay?
That's amazing. I love how they're using technology to help people be healthier.
It's really empowering.
Yeah.
And they're actually working with some of the biggest insurance companies around the world.
Wow.
So it's reaching a lot of people.
It's amazing how Insurtech is really blending insurance with other parts of our lives.
Yeah.
Like healthcare.
Right. And Allen's another company that's doing that.
Okay.
They're a French company.
Right.
And they're creating this whole healthcare ecosystem within their platform.
Oh, so it's not just health insurance.
Right.
It's a whole platform.
You can book appointments through their app.
Wow.
Chat with doctors, even use a meditation app.
That's incredible.
Like having a health assistant in your pocket.
Yeah. And it sounds like they're making it easier for businesses, too.
They are. They're helping companies manage their health insurance plans with a lot of different options.
So companies can choose what works for them.
Exactly.
That's great.
And Thimble is another company that's really focused on individual needs. They're helping small businesses and freelancers.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of them.
They're all about flexibility. You can buy insurance by the hour or the day or the month or the year.
That's amazing. So you only pay for what you need?
Exactly.
That's perfect for people who, don't work full time.
It is. And they make it super easy to manage your policy through their app.
So you can, change it or cancel it whenever.
Whenever you want.
That's incredible.
It's a great example of how technology is making insurance work for the modern world.
It is. Now, let's talk about Policy Bazaar.
Okay.
They're a big deal in India.
They've created this digital marketplace where you can compare and buy policies.
Wow. So it's like a one-stop shop for insurance.
It is. And they have a ton of different providers.
That must be really helpful in a market as big as India.
Yeah. And they don't just sell policies. They also help you with claims.
Okay.
And they have tools to help you find hospitals.
Oh, wow.
And they even have educational resources about insurance.
I love that because, a lot of people don't understand insurance very well.
Right. And they even use games to make it more fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now, lastly, let's talk about Ping An.
Okay, Ping An.
They're a Chinese company. And they're taking a really holistic approach.
Oh, interesting. What does that mean?
Well, they're not just an insurance company.
Okay.
They're building this whole ecosystem.
Oh, wow.
That combines technology and finance and healthcare.
That's a big goal.
It is. But they're really pushing the boundaries.
Wow. So it's like a one-stop shop for all your financial and health needs.
Yeah, pretty much. One of their coolest things is this healthcare ecosystem they've built.
Okay. How does that work?
Well, they're connecting patients and doctors and insurance companies and even the government all in one platform.
That's incredible.
It is.
What are the benefits of that?
Well, it makes healthcare way more efficient.
Okay.
And more personalized and more accessible.
That's amazing.
It's a really ambitious project.
It is. It's so cool to see how all these companies are using technology to not just sell insurance, but to actually make a difference.
Right. It's not just about profits anymore.
Yeah, it's about people.
It really is.
It seems like the industry is really transforming.
It is, and it's happening fast.
I'm curious, though. What about the potential downsides of all this?
Oh, yeah. That's a good question.
Are there any risks we should be aware of?
Well, there are some things to think about for sure.
Okay.
One big one is data privacy.
Yeah, as insurance companies collect more and more data about us, it's really important that they protect it.
Yeah, transparency and accountability are going to be key.
Absolutely. People need to understand how their data is being used.
And how it's being protected.
And it's not just about protecting data from hackers.
Right.
It's about making sure it's not used to discriminate against people.
That's a really important point.
Yeah.
Algorithms can be biased, if they're not designed carefully.
Right. So insurance companies need to be really careful about that.
Yeah, they need to use diverse data sets.
Okay.
And make sure their systems are fair.
And what about access?
Oh, yeah, that's another big one.
You know, while technology can make insurance more accessible, it could also leave some people behind.
Right, like people who aren't comfortable with technology.
Or who don't have good internet access.
Exactly. We don't want to create a digital divide.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
It's definitely something to keep in mind.
So there are definitely some challenges.
There are.
But it sounds like there's also a lot of potential for good.
Oh, yeah. I think with careful planning, we can make insurance more accessible and affordable and fair for everyone.
I love that.
It's a really exciting time to be following this industry.
It is.
And it's so important for all of us to stay informed.
Absolutely.
And to hold these companies accountable.
Yeah, we need to make sure they're using technology responsibly.
And ethically.
Yes. It really feels like we're on the verge of something big in the insurance world.
Yeah.
All these trends we've talked about, it feels like they're all coming together.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious to see what it's going to look like, you know, a few years down the road.
It's like a whole reimagining of what insurance is. It's not just about money anymore.
Right.
You know, it's about personalizing the whole experience and using tech to actually make people's lives better.
Yeah. And you know, we've talked a lot about these new Insurtech companies.
Right.
But what about the traditional insurance companies? What are they doing? Are they just like sitting back and watching this all happen?
No, they're definitely paying attention.
Okay.
A lot of them are trying to figure out how to adapt.
Okay.
Some of them are partnering with Insurtech companies or even like buying them outright.
Oh, wow.
So they can get their hands on the technology.
Yeah.
And those new ideas.
So it's like a mix of old and new.
Yeah, it's kind of like the team effort.
Yeah.
The traditional companies have the infrastructure.
Right.
And the customers and all that experience.
Yeah.
But the Insurtechs, they have the fresh perspective in the tech.
And the understanding of like how we live now.
Exactly.
But I bet it's got to be hard for those traditional companies to change.
It is.
I mean, it's not just about the technology. It's about changing how they think about things.
It's a whole cultural shift.
Yeah.
One of the biggest challenges is just their old technology.
Oh, yeah. Their systems.
Yeah. A lot of them are still using systems that are like decades old.
Wow.
And they're just not built for the digital world.
So it's like they have to rebuild everything.
They do, and that's really expensive, and it takes a lot of time.
And then there's the people side of things, too.
Right. They have to change how they think about their jobs.
Yeah.
You know, instead of just selling policies, they need to focus on building relationships.
Okay.
And providing value.
So putting the customer first.
Exactly. And that can be tough for companies that are used to doing things a certain way.
Yeah, and it's important to remember that technology isn't everything.
It's not a magic solution.
It's about using it the right way.
Right.
To make things better for people.
It has to enhance the human side of insurance.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, insurance is about people.
It is. It's about protecting the things that matter to us.
Our homes, our health, our families.
Exactly. Technology can help make that easier,
Uh-huh.
but it can't replace human connection.
So how do you see all this playing out in the future?
Well, I think insurance is going to be a lot more proactive.
Okay.
You know, companies will use data to prevent problems before they happen.
That's awesome.
And it's going to be more personalized.
Okay.
Tailored to our individual needs.
And a lot more seamless.
Right. Integrated into our lives.
Okay. And hopefully more human-centric.
Exactly. Companies will really focus on building trust.
Yeah.
And providing value to their customers.
It sounds like a completely different world.
It does.
Yeah.
But there are also some potential downsides.
Yeah. What should we be watching out for?
Well, data privacy is a big one.
Uh-huh.
We need to make sure companies are protecting our data. Absolutely. We've seen how bad things can get when data is compromised.
So we need to watch out for bias.
Yes, algorithms can be biased.
Right.
And that could lead to discrimination.
So companies need to be careful about how they design those systems.
And we need to make sure everyone has access.
Yeah.
Technology can't leave people behind.
It's a lot to think about.
It is.
But it's really important.
It is. We need to be aware of both the good and the bad.
Yeah, so that we can make sure technology is used for good.
Exactly.
Well, this has been an amazing deep dive.
It has.
I feel like I have a much better understanding of all this now.
Me too.
And I'm definitely going to be paying more attention to all this in the future.
It's a really fascinating time to be following this industry.
It is, and it's important for all of us to stay informed.
And to hold these companies accountable.
Yes, because the future of insurance is really in our hands.
That's a great way to put it.
So until next time, everybody, keep diving deep.